Me Queen here, Life After Money. I'm just about to finish my last piece of artwork for the exhibition. When this is done, I haven't really got time to make any more. So I thought I'd just talk you through this last piece and just give you a bit of an idea of how I made it. I've got a piece of wet felting here that I did a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, at a workshop at the 2021 Art Centre, and I made this piece of wet felting while I was there. When I got home, I added the extra little flowers on the top of it, and I've also added the beads and the embroidery. And so I then needed to think what next, frame it. But what I've done is I've put it onto a backing. So I've got a board here and I've covered it in some pale green fabric, which is actually a curtain that somebody gave me, and it's just right for the job. It's a really thick fabric, and I'll show you the back, because what I've done is I've laced the fabric over the top of the wood, so they've pulled it tight on all of the corners and all of the sides. So I've just used some very thick cotton. It is actually that. I've used that to do it, and it's actually for crochet. So anyway, that comes in useful. So I've laced the back of it so that it's a really tight fit, and then I had to think about how I was going to attach the felting to that. I don't really like glue very much, so what I've done is I've knocked in some nails. I don't know if you can see them, very small nails actually, with a very small head on them, and then I've used some wire to join them up, to wrap around each one all the way around the outside edge. At the bottom you can see that it is the start and the finish at the bottom of the wire, so I've wrapped it all around with wire, so it's actually nailed on and fastened with wire. And all I've got to do now is cover the back up. So I've got some more fabric. This is the curtain, plenty of it left, so I will make a piece exactly the same size as that, maybe a fraction smaller, and then I just need to put the hanging attachments on the back of it, so it will just hang flat on the wall, and there you go. I think it's quite a good idea actually. I think what most people do is like glue it on, or use sticky pads, or stitch it on. I suppose I could have actually stitched it on this backing before I put it on the board, but anyway, it's done now. It was a bit of an experiment. I think it sort of worked. I quite like it, so I'm going to call it Blue Lagoon, by the way. I think that's a good name, don't you? Because it does look like a bit of an undersea picture. So there you go, my last and latest picture before my exhibition. This is Me Queen, Life After Money, making art. Bye.